Good morning, everyone. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Nikymus, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new, on this channel I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality and I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. So guys, we've hit 30,000 subscribers. The channel has grown unbelievably the last couple of weeks or even months. So I give gratitude to God, universe, most high, to you guys as well. Thank you for being a part of this movement. For those who share my videos, who give me some likes when you see good stuff, who give the comments as well. And as well, I can tell you that I read all the comments, okay? The only thing is that sometimes it's too much and I cannot reply to each and every one of them, but I read them. So don't be discouraged thinking that I do not see them. I actually see them, each and every one of them. Now, we are going to talk about the Great Awakening. I personally awakened from narcissistic abuse. It was 2019, towards the end of 2019. But I hadn't fully, fully awakened. Okay, my eyes were still a little bit, struggling a little bit. But the real moment of awakening happened. The exact moment when I really figured out what was really happening was when I encountered the greater narcissist. I've told you guys, greater narcissists, they are awakened to their narcissism. There is awakening which happens to these narcissists as well. There's also awakening which happens to empaths, the chosen ones, okay? This was a factor of a very powerful event. That was during in that year, I remember the early 2020 or something like that. Maybe it could have been around end of February, March, I think. So the whole world was shut down, okay? The lockdown and everything. You guys relate with this. Remember, I had, of course, started this, whatever situationship or entanglement in those couple of months. Maybe I could say like about 1-2 months of talking here and there, back and forth. But this lockdown, it made it possible for us to be locked up in the same place. This is why I want you guys to follow very closely. The lockdown enabled us to get locked down in the same place. You see, when you're engaging with an individual and you just back and forth, they will visit you, you visit them, or sometimes they will hang around with you on the weekend, then they go to their place, stuff like that, in and out. There is so many things you may not be able to figure out. There is even so many things you cannot see, because now they have a lot of time to fix their masks wherever they come into an engagement with you, okay, or a meeting with you. During the lockdown, you're with this person 24/7. You will wake up together, you will eat the breakfast, whatever brunch, you will be watching the episodes and everything, movies, you will go to sleep together. It is going to be happening. It has happened actually, that there was so much time to closely see and understand what you're dealing with in that time. So that is when, because we had a lot of time together, so I was able now to see a lot of things. There was no hiding. You see, these narcissists have been used to hide, okay? Over the years, for a very long period of time, they have been used to hide, okay? The covert ones. They knew how to hide, okay? So when something wasn't going well, maybe they needed some supply from outside, they couldn't leave because the country was locked down. But back in the days, they could do that. So the husband went to work in the day, the wife went to work in the night. Sometimes there was a little bit of time to play here and there. So there was always time to fix the mess, okay? They would go out there and start fixing the mess one way or the other. And that is how they have been able to keep people entangled for years. They have been able to keep people asleep for years. The last couple of years, it feels like there's a very big shift that has happened spiritually. And we're talking about a shift of consciousness. It has happened whereby now, very many people now around the world, they have started to wake up. Now, when you're with a person 24 hours a day, there's a very big chance that there is some stuff you're going to have to see. You will see it by force, even if you don't want to. Or you could have sometimes ignored it back in the days. This time you have a chance to see it play out in front of you. There is so many people that have come to the realization that they have always been dealing and sleeping with the narcissist for so many years, and they was never able to understand or understand this. If you look at the last couple of years, ladies and gentlemen, you will figure out this awakening has opened up people's eyes to a magnitude, especially we're talking about the recent events of the lockdown and everything. It has opened up people's eyes to a magnitude they have never seen before. Did you know that after the lockdown and everything, all this COVID situation and all that, after those situations, did you know there is so many people who started looking very closely in their marriages at their wives or their husbands and stuff like that? They have had the chance for the very first time in 24 hours a day for a very long time, couple of months, been able to understand and figure out exactly what have they been dealing with over these years. So when you're talking about those years, I could say this thing started around towards the end of 2019, and it kept on going for a couple of years, 2020, 2021, 2022, until now. Of course, there's still some people who are starting to figure this thing out, okay? So many people have been able to finally understand who is that person they have been sleeping with in their bed all these years. Because you see, for some reason, when you're with the narcissist for 24 hours a day, there is going to be a lot of times when that narcissist is going to get frustrated because they can hardly get any supply. They used to go around and play with people in their workplace. They could go around and play with people in the streets, the neighborhood. They would run somewhere and go and cheat and stuff like that. But you see, in this moment, when it's locked down, everything is shut down. They do not have an option but to sit down and look at their wives. And that is when a lot of people have started to figure out and understand they have been for a very long time sleeping with narcissists, and they was never able to understand this. So I believe these recent events of shutting down countries and stuff like that, they have helped so many people to be able to tap into the veil and to be able to understand who was that person that they have married over these years. And so many people have woken up in that time. So if you look at this current situation, what is going on recently, you will see that this global, I could call it global because the masks have been sleeping all around the world. Japan, India, China, wherever, Asia, they have been sleeping all over the place. There is no more place to hide. Because I've told you guys that I started this channel during the lockdown, okay? I started this channel in the lockdown. And I remember in the early years, I think that was the first year when I was doing this channel, I experienced a lot of stalking, okay? It still happens now, but it doesn't bother me anymore. But in that time, I experienced a lot of stalking. I experienced a lot of attacks. People would come there on the channel, they would start throwing all these bogus comments and stuff like that. Oh, this and this, oh, you're the narcissist and this and this. So these narcissists realized a lot of people are coming to the conclusion of what the truth really is, okay, of who they are. And it has gotten to that extent whereby these narcissists can no longer hide. Okay, there's no more place to hide. Everything is coming out to the surface. Everybody is tapping into consciousness. Everybody is awakening. Everybody is getting enlightened. And now their world is crashing down. Their world is starting to become very smaller. To become smaller for this matter. And now they no longer have a place to operate. There is so many truth tellers that are waking up. Empaths around the world are waking up to the truth of what it is. They are seeing it for what it is. Many of them are even speaking about it. So you can believe that this, I could call it could have been like divine intervention, because I think, for example, I would say people have been kept in the dark for so long, okay? People have been kept in false churches. Their pastors were sucking their energy. Those church leaders were stealing their money. Families, many scapegoats have been in those families. They have been suffering for years. Nobody was ever talking about anything. Nobody even didn't know anything about narcissism. But for some reason, recently, due to this, what I call the divine intervention, a lot of people, they have started to realize it is time to break free. So many people have been suffering with fake friends, fake family members, fake churches. Let's not even talk about the work, because you do not have any idea how many people is waking up and going to work in a place they don't even like. But now, so many people start to realize that it's probably time for them to think outside of the box, okay? Because you have sacrificed all your time. You could have been in this corporation for 10 years, and now you're starting to figure out that for some reason you're starting to see very strong narcissistic behaviors in your own boss. So many people have also been seeing very strong narcissistic behavior in their partners, in their church leaders, in their church members, in their workmates, in their friendships. And so many people now, they decided to stop this nonsense and get out of it. And now you see, it's becoming very difficult, because you see, a time is going to come where so many people are going to be breaking free. And when a person breaks free, they also do what they can to break other people free. Okay, so that's why actually got this whole concept of breaking empaths free, because I figured out I could have been lucky. Of course I was lucky, I could say, and I give gratitude to the universe. I was lucky that I woke up. So now I was able to stand in my power and extend this wisdom and knowledge to the people that were still asleep. And over the years, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen results. So we continue to give gratitude to the universe, to God, to the Most High, I don't know what you want to call this, that so many empaths around the world, light workers who have been asleep for years, so many sleeping empaths, chosen ones, they're waking up. In the coming years, I can promise you, it is going to be very difficult for these narcissists to play their game. They have already been playing this game for so long behind the scenes, and now it's time for everything to come out to the surface. Now, they no longer have victims. It's the reason as to why you see a lot of these channels that are spreading truth. They will usually be attacked the most, okay? I've seen these attacks. For a lot of you guys who are not yet into content creation and stuff like that, the moment you start doing content creation and you decide to stick with the truth, you are going to start recognizing you are being attacked the most. But most of the times, these attacks, they are coming from these energy vampires, because they are very much scared and afraid of the truth that is coming out to the surface. Because you see, they have been for a very long time comfortable destroying and abusing people. But now you see, all the victims they've had over the years, they're all waking up. So a time is going to come I strongly believe, I cannot say this for sure, but I strongly believe that if we keep on at this pace that we are at the moment, a time is going to come where the narcissists, they are going to starve to death. They will not have any fuel. They will not have anybody to abuse. The only thing and the only option they are going to have is to go and work on themselves. They are going to be forced into therapy. They are going to do this by force, because now you can no longer go around and start picking up and targeting different people because you think that they are asleep. Everybody is waking up. How can you believe that you're going to entangle a woke empath? So these people, the woke empaths, are going to become a very big problem for these narcissists, okay? Because empaths, what they do, when they have awakened to the truth of what is going on or what has been going on, they are also going to spread the light to other empaths. And other empaths are also going to wake up. Now, when those do, they're also going to keep on spreading the light to other people. So that's what really happens. And at the end of the day, you're going to realize these narcissists no longer have a place to play, okay? They no longer have a place to hide. It feels like it's game over, and they can no longer do the same things that they have always done. It's very difficult at this moment, okay? So, what am I saying in this video, ladies and gentlemen? Keep on waking up, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on spreading the word. It is going to be difficult for you to stand in your truth. It may be hard even sometimes to speak your truth. But the truth is the truth. Stick to the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be okay. All right? Let nobody ever come around and start gaslighting you that you're doing something wrong. You will say out of these comments, sometimes I've seen them on the channel. Oh, that guy, he's the narcissist. You guys need to wake up. You need to be careful. Now the narcissists are the ones coming around and saying that somebody else who is speaking their truth is a narcissist, because they cannot handle the truth. It is very painful. It stings them very hard in the back that they are hearing people for the first time speaking out on this abuse. And for them it's very difficult, because at the end of the day, there's nobody to abuse, okay? There is no victims, there's no prey. And that is what is going to starve these people, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, do what you can in your power. Spread your light. You know the truth. Do what you can in your own little way. Spread the truth. You're always going to be helping somebody out there. So of course, you guys let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session. You can donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Unmasked signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.